Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Honolulu Desperados. That is right, we are back and we are going to be finishing season number 2 in today's episode. And there is a little bit of a caveat. We are above 500 here in season 2. We currently sit at 6-3 on the year, and there is a possibility, a small but possible chance that we will make the playoffs for the first time in franchise history here in today's episode. We're not going to play the postseason if we make it. That'll be for next episode. If, again, there's a big if we make it, but there's a possibility. There's a chance. So we got to get into it, try to win some more games, especially at home, because you guys know that's kind of a theme of this series so far, is we can't win home games. At least I can't win home games. But we got to try to keep this win streak alive, keep these W's rolling in, and ride into the postseason. I think our best chance to get there is to win the division, but unfortunately, we're in the same division with the San Francisco 49ers, who is the first game up on the schedule today. The only thing I have to say is I hope that the game does not crash, because remember, last episode, at the end, I tried to jump into that final game against the Lions, and it kept crashing on me, so I had to just skip it. I had to simulate it. Luckily, we won that game, but I did want to jump in and play it. I hope that doesn't happen again in this episode, but I guess if it does, we'll just have to simulate out and see what happens. But without further ado, it's time to finish season number 2 of the Honolulu Desperados and see if we can make the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Not only do we have to play the 49ers here in week number 10, but we have some very interesting contract negotiations. You guys know we have not a lot of money, which by not a lot of money, I mean we have no money. So the only way we can free up money, the only way that I know how, is to get some of that good old-fashioned juice style free money. So you know what that means. We're going to start the video with a little bit of renegotiation, restructuring some of these big fat contracts we signed. So these obviously are the rookies that we just signed. We are going to be... Can we restructure Uche? We just signed him, so probably not. Oh, we can. That's going to be a huge one. Let's restructure Josh Uche's contract. Now, obviously, I understand this is not a good thing to do for the future because we're not going to end up having any money in the late game, like in the next couple of seasons. But for right now, I got to get these guys back, the guys that I need to have back, like Tevin Jenkins and Buda Baker and stuff like that. So if we can restructure, let's just do those 2 deals. Let's do Uche and Fred Warner. Those are 2 of the biggest deals we have. What does that free up? That frees up $14 million. That's not enough to offer anybody here, but that's a good start. See, I want some of these guys back. I want Kaiser White back. I want Jalen. Probably don't need Jalen Warren back. Maybe. I don't know. I want Tevin Jenkins back. I want Paulson Adebo back. Like, I want these guys back, so we're going to have to restructure these deals. It's just going to happen that in the future, we're not going to have any money to sign any free agents or anything like that. It's going to be a problem, but we'll have to work through it. Another big contract is Njoku, but we're probably not going to be able to do that. Jeremy Chin, we might be able to, and we can. Perfect. Let's restructure Jeremy Chin's deal. We can restructure... Probably not Micah's. Nah, I don't even think it would be worth it to do it. And unfortunately, a lot of these other guys aren't making that much money in the first place, so it's not going to really matter too much restructuring their deals. We can't even do Tyree Wilson. Can we try David Njoku? I don't think 2 years you can do it, can you? Oh, maybe you can. I could have sworn that 2 years you couldn't restructure, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's try it with... Who else is making a lot of money? Let's try it with Devontae and Micah Parsons. See if we can do it for them too. We can. Okay. So we'll restructure those deals. And once we get done with Micah Parsons, that should free up enough money to make it where we can sign the guys that I want to sign. So let's go check it out now. See what it makes it look like. So players that are ready to negotiate, we have plenty of money now. We have $99 million. That's how you get that free money. You just can't sign any free agents in the offseason or do any trades in the offseason. But let's get these guys back up. Buda Baker, I want you back. I know you don't like our scheme fit, but I like our scheme fit, so we're going to keep it for right now. We'll sign you to a 5-year deal, but you're probably not going to last the entire length of that deal either. We'll trade you or cut you or something. We'll release you, do something. You're probably not going to last the entire year of the deal, or the entire length of the deal, but it is what it is. We'll get Pat Freiermuth back because he could last the entire year of the 6-year contract. We'll offer him that. He says that's perfect. I want Paulson Adebo back because I think Paulson could be a nice franchise cornerstone at corner. No pun intended. We'll give him about $5 million in bonus, and he says he's happy to come back. Tevin Jenkins I want back because I think he could really have a bright future here in Honolulu if he develops right. I hope at least. So a 3-year deal. He's coming back. $47 million. I want Kaiser White back. So we'll have to talk to him. He's had a really good year in year 1, and I think he's had a pretty good year so far this year as well. So we'll bring Kaiser White back, and we'll bring Josh Myers back. I'll offer Josh a 3-year deal as well, and we'll give him probably 4 and 5 maybe. Okay, perfect. So Josh is coming back as well. Now all we have to do is figure out. We're obviously going to accept the options on all these guys. Oh, I want Ryan Stonehouse back as well. So we'll offer Ryan a 7-year deal, and he should accept that. Okay, we got our punter locked up forever. Jalen Warren, I mean, we have Bijan and we have Devon Achane, so it's not like we need Jalen Warren. That could free us up a little bit of money. Like, I mean, Warren's a nice player, but it's not like we absolutely have to have him. So he might have to be a end of the season decision on if we're going to bring him back or not. But we really needed to bring back Tevin Jenkins, that's for sure. So I'm happy about that. We got everybody that absolutely had to come back. And I did see, I think Malik Cunningham was also on here. Yeah, he was. We'll bring Malik Cunningham back just so we have at least a backup. Okay, Malik Cunningham's coming back too. Okay, that'll be all that I do for at least right now. Maybe towards the end of the episode, I make my decision on Jalen Warren. I don't know yet, but I'm not going to jump in and play this Niners game. We're going to let it ride out with what we have. Can we get the W against San Francisco? That would be a huge win. It is 49-28. That's a massive, massive W. That gives us sole possession of first place in the NFC West. We have a 3-game home stretch where we play Seattle, or we play Niners, Seattle, and now then Green Bay. We also had a weekly award. Anthony Richardson, 4 touchdowns, 360 yards, and a pick. Beak. Pretty good day from Anthony Richardson. He also had an upgrade point as well. That's what we need to see. We need to see that next step from Anthony Richardson to prove that he's going to be the guy. So now it's week 11. We have focus scouting. Did I make a board? I don't remember. I didn't. Okay, very intriguing. I don't remember what I was talking about last episode for guys that I was interested in. So, although I do remember that these two guys, oh man, A man and A zone at corner. Oh, and he's 5'11". I'm intrigued. There's some good quarterbacks on the board too. Oh man, okay. That corner makes me pretty hard. Let's see. Who else is available? Any tight ends? We have some good tight ends. We don't really need to look at tight end. We could take a look at like centers or something. I mean, I know we got Grubbs, but we could take a look at another center, maybe move him to a guard position. It's Madden, so it's easier to do that than it is to draft a guard sometimes. Although there are some interesting players in this class. Nobody that's like jumping off the page right now, but some guys that I'm intrigued by, especially this Zaire Shepherd guy. I'll put something on Zaire Shepherd, although I'll hold off until I figure out who else I want to use it on. There could be some tackles, but we're not going to be in position to draft anybody like that. Is there any good pass rushers? There might be somebody, but not that I see right now. What about this guy? Tyrese Barker, hardly know her. He's got the physicals that you want. He looks like he could be a pretty impressive player. Middle linebackers are not good, but there could be a right outside Lucas Kovacs. He looks all right. He doesn't have the speed. He's not like the fastest guy in the world, but he could be something. I'm definitely intrigued by this corner, Johnny Wallace, and I'm intrigued by that guard, wherever he was at, Zaire Shepherd. I'm intrigued by him. But other than that, I don't really think I'm intrigued by anybody else. I'll put it on that D tackle, Tyrese Barker. We'll put it on those 3 guys for my Week 11 scouting, and we'll see what happens at the end of the season where we end up picking. Hopefully it's going to be lower in the draft because we're going to be making the playoffs. That's the goal, at least. All right, big one against Seattle, another divisional game. Can we get the W? And we do, 31-16. The boys are playing really well. The boys are playing really, really well. I think I'm going to jump in to this Packers game because it's another home game, and I want to try. I really, really want to try to win a game where I actually helped win the game at home. So we're going to jump into this Packer game. Cross your fingers that it actually works, and I'll see you guys in there. Okay, we actually loaded in, which is nice, and we are starting on defense, something I don't really do. I don't like to play on defense because I'm not very good on defense, so I don't like to hinder the team, and they're playing well because I jump in and screw it up. But I will jump in here, and it's going to be dropped just barely. Fred Warner knocked it out. Good defense. It's 4th and 8. Jordan Love couldn't make the connection, and they punted it, or they missed a field goal. Something happened. I think they punted it. And we've got the ball. Bijan Robinson is very close to 1,000 yards on the season, and we still got a good amount of football left to play, so Bijan could have himself quite the year, maybe 1,300, 1,400 yards if he has a good end of the season. Not a good start there. I mean, only 2 yards. We'll try to get everybody out on the run. Set the feet, fire it in. It's going to be Devontae Smith. He's got the speed to pull away. Devontae Smith, great run after the catch there. That's what you love to see. And we'll give this back to Bijan. Cut it outside. Bijan's got space. Good block from, I think that might have been Jalen Waddle. Juke move, and Bijan's got a huge carry, 23 yards. That's what you want to see, baby. Good job from Bijan. And let's run a little bit of skinny posts. We'll run skinny posts. We'll keep an eye on the tight ends, Njoku and Freiermuth. I think I might have to step up in the pocket here with Anthony Richardson. I got some space on the side. Anthony Richardson, hold on to the football, please, and he does. He's been known to put the football on the ground, that is for sure. But I'm glad he held on there. I didn't really want to slide. I thought I could get more yards, but he did a good job. 15-yard line. Move the football. Achane cuts it up the field. Devon Achane, get in there, breaking a tackle. Touchdown by the Desperados. It's Devon Achane. Broken tackle at the goal line. Scores the tutty. And the Desperados lead early in this game at home, which is nice to see. Ooh, it's going back and forth. Packers finally get in a sustained drive, and they kick a field goal. We'll let the CPU handle a little bit here. And they put up another touchdown. 2-minute drill. Let's see if I can get some more points. We start at the 42. This will take us to the 2-minute warning after this snap. Give the ball to Bijan and face mask. So it won't take us to the 2-minute warning. That'll be a nice little face mask call. 15 free yards. I love to see it. Thank you very much, J-Ron Curse. And now we're at the 2-minute warning. Right as I picked a decent play, too. Let's go with drive Y corner. This could get Njoku open at the sideline, but I think I'm looking in the middle here. I'm thinking I'm looking at Puka, and it's going to have to be Puka. He went up for it, but it's going to be incomplete. I probably should have checked that down to Waddle there. He might have had the better look. 2nd and 10. This could be Bijan out of the backfield. Or it could be Richardson stepping up and diving, or sliding, I should say. Get us some extra yards, making a 3rd and manageable. Good job there. And I think we might hand this off to Bijan. He might have it. Cut it, turn it over to the other side, breaking a tackle. Bijan Robertson. Bijan Robertson? Bijan Robinson is what I wanted to say. Making a great play there out of nothing. And now we go back to him out of the backfield. Bad throw from Richardson. That was kind of behind him and just bad. No, poor decision by me. I shouldn't have thrown that. Underneath, it'll check down. Waddle holds on. 3rd and 5. Where do we go after that? I don't really know. Maybe an inside post? Stand in the pocket, fire to Njoku. That's a big body. David Njoku is a big body. This could work. He's not getting open. Oh my God, it's floated up there. It's going to be picked off. David Njoku got picked. Picked? We're going to go and watch this if we can. Josh Patelis with the pick. We're going to go an instant replay of this. I was looking at David Njoku the entire play, but he just gets clogged in the traffic. Like, he's getting picked in here, and then he just can't free himself. There's too many Packers. It's too much traffic. He's supposed to break. His route was he gets off the line right here, and then he gets the little jam in the middle, and then he cuts immediately. That's supposed to be his thing, but because the rest of the team is dropping down to cover everybody else, he gets clogged in the traffic jam, and then I was already looking at him too late. It was always going to be a pick. So that's upsetting. Another thing that ruins Anthony Richardson's stats. I need to stop doing that. But that one's not technically all my fault. I mean, it is mostly my fault because I still decided to throw to him even though he clearly wasn't open. But, I mean, to be fair, he should have had an open route. Packers have actually clawed their way back into this one. See if the defense can hold them. The defense holds to a field goal. That's huge. Because they could have had some dangerous stuff there where the Packers could have scored a touchdown and done some real damage to us. Bijan shifty out of the backfield like always. Gets a huge play. 20 carries, 85 yards. Love to see it. We're going to go with slip screen here. Slip. Get the ball to Bijan, and it's not going to work. Packers got in too quick, and Bijan didn't get out quick enough. I hate that screens suck sometimes because screens are such a good play. They can get, especially a dynamic running back like Bijan, they can get you so many good yards. Step up in the pocket with Richardson. He gets the first down. That's all I was really trying to do. I'm glad he didn't fumble. I wasn't even really trying to look for a receiver on that one. I was just trying to get the first down. All we need to do is get in a field goal range, but I mean, if we'll take a touchdown, obviously. I'm gonna send Devontae Smith deep because I don't know if anybody's gonna track him. And I don't know if anybody tracked David Njoku. He's just got to make the catch. David Njoku held on. No, he didn't. He caught it, but he stepped out of bounds. Oh, I wanted to go possession catch to make him catch that easier or to stay in bounds, but I didn't think he'd be able to come down with it if I went possession catch. It wasn't looking good. Puka just out of the reach of Puka Nacua. Oh, Puka could have turned upfield, man. Richardson just out of reach. We just got to get in a field goal range here. That's all we need to do. I'm going to change this route for Jalen Waddle. I'm just going to send him deep. I know his route was a corner. But if I can just send him deep, that'll get in a field goal range. Forget about field goal range. We're going to walk it off with a touchdown. Am I actually going to win a game at home? Do the Penguin Waddle. Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm actually going to walk it off at home. 48 seconds left. Galaxy Brain decision at the line. And the boys are going to possibly, it's not over yet, but the boys are possibly going to walk away with another win, this time at home. First time for me at home in this entire franchise, doing the little Naruto run at the end. And then the Penguin Waddle. We got to see the replay on that because that was a Galaxy Brain type play. All right, instant replay. So I noticed, obviously you guys saw this, I talked about it. Jalen Waddle's got nobody over the top of him. He was originally running that corner route because there's going to be two levels with Puka and Smith. They're going to run two inside low routes, and then Waddle was going to go over the top. But I would assume that the number 21, who here is this Jair? No, that's not Jair. Is this Josh Metellus? No, it's Stokes, Eric Stokes. Okay, so Stokes is going to, I didn't mean to do that. Stokes is going to, how do I zoom in again? Oh, there we go. Forgot what the button zoom in was. So Stokes was gonna back off and play a zone on Waddle or on Waddle. So I sent him up the field because I didn't think that safety was gonna matter too much, and then I threw it quickly, and Quay Walker couldn't make the adjustment, and I was right. As you see, Eric Stokes does come back and play off the ball, but maybe that's just because he saw the help. I don't know what happened there, but luckily Jalen Waddle was able to make the catch, and nobody was ever gonna catch him. He's too fast for that. I'm just happy that Richardson made an accurate throw, because sometimes on plays like that, Richardson is not super accurate, even though he is one of the more accurate quarterbacks, young quarterbacks at least. Got to get a little bit of the Naruto action here as we head into the possible playoffs. And then am I going to be able to lose the... can I get the Penguin Waddle? I might not be able to. I can't zoom out. Come on, there we go. Okay. I got a little bit of the Penguin Waddle here. All right, one of those two is probably going to be the thummy. Probably going to be the thumbnail. I don't know which one, but one of them will be. All right, let's get back to the Super Sim. Let's see if the Packers can do anything with it. 46 seconds. Interception by Jalen Thompson. Jordan Love has just sold the game for the Green Bay Packers. I can't believe it. We kicked a field goal. Jordan Love, man. He threw an interception on the game-winning drive. We get the ball back, and we ice it. 31-21. I'm actually going to get a win at home. I knew it was going to have to happen at some point, where I was going to jump in and actually help the team win a game. But Jordan Love, that game-winning drive, he tried it. He's not Brett Favre. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He tried it. He threw a pick to Jalen Thompson, which is why we kept Jalen Thompson around. He's a good player. Bijan gives an upgrade. Quentin Johnson gets up. That's crucial. And now we ride into the bye week with, what are we on, like a 5-game win streak or something like that? Including last episode? I'll have to check the standings. We could very well be in play for the #1 seed. Let's take a look at the standings here. So the Bills are 9-2. We are the best team in the NFC. And we are on a 5-game win streak, by the way. We are the best team in the NFC. The next closest is the Falcons, Cowboys, and Niners, all with 8 wins. If we keep this up, man, we could make the 1 seed, which would be absolutely insane, but it is possible. It is very, very possible. We got to keep this up. We play the Patriots, who are 7-5, having a pretty decent season. Nothing to write home about, but another home game. We've had like 6 home games in a row, but I mean, we are in Hawaii, so it makes sense. Let's see if we can beat the Patriots here. And we do. 45-14, blew out the Patriots in Hawaii, and we have ourselves our first ever 10-win season in franchise history. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. We're playing Minnesota, who are 6-7. Are we going to be able to get this W? We do. 35-14. The boys are on fire, baby. The boys are on fire. Anthony Richardson's now an 80 overall. I'm loving this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Taking on the New York Giants. I think I'll jump into either the Rams or the Jets game. I'm not 100% sure. But we'll simulate this Giants game. Final home game of the season. Can we cap off the home schedule with a win? Yes, we can. 31-10. The boys are just killing it. Oh, we're getting good now. We are getting good. We had a little bit of a rocky start with the missing the playoffs in year 1. But that was just everybody trying to gel. And crucially, the 49ers have had a bad second half of the season. They are now 9-6. We have clinched ourselves not only the division, but we have clinched ourselves a huge spot here in the NFC. We haven't fully clinched the division yet, or the conference, because the Eagles and Cowboys could take that if we lose these last 2 games. But we have clinched the division, we have won the NFC West, and guaranteed ourselves our first ever playoff spot in franchise history. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Do I want to jump in against the 4-11 Rams? What are the Jets' record? If we go to the AFC, the Jets currently sit at 3-12. So both of these teams are really, really bad, fighting for the #1 pick in the draft. I guess we'll jump into this Rams game because there's obviously less of a possibility of it being a snow game since it's going to be in LA and SoFi in a dome, or I guess SoFi's a dome, right? Yeah, whatever. It's in SoFi. So let's go jump in and play the Rams, see if we can get another W. All right, here we are. We've got our first defensive thing. We're not going to jump in here on the defense, though. On defense, I should say, not the defense. We are going to jump in on offense. 3-0 against the Rams, who are a bad football team. I'm actually going to change this from a read option to just a straight-up Bijan run because I think he's got a lot of space here. I did run into the back of Cole Strange, though, but I got the first down. It worked out nonetheless. And then we go with a drive. Ooh, who's going to be open here? I guess we'll have to play it by ear and see. Roll out with Richardson. I have a couple of people. Just check it down to Njoku. It was an all-around bad decision. I had Freiermuth open, but I wasn't sure if I could hit that throw or not. Richardson could struggle with that, so I didn't want to put that on him. That's a tough throw to make. But I will slant Njoku because I think he could be open here. Back of the end zone, David! And not back of the end zone, but a deeper throw into the end zone. A little bit of a lob. Njoku almost came down with that if he didn't have such a big hit. But they brought a blitz from the corner. Didn't have time. Step up and run with Richardson. Anthony Richardson could have space to get a touchdown here. Not the first down even. It's 4th and 1. We got to go for this, right? I mean, I know that we're down 3-0 with a chance to get a field goal here, but this is a chance to take the lead. We're a possible 1 seed here. We can't show weakness. And that's just the worst throw I've ever seen from Anthony Richardson. Jordan Fuller picks it off. I just checked that down to Freiermuth, and he didn't even... What? Hold on. I need to see this again. I need to see this again. What was Anthony Richardson throwing here? This is just a simple check down to Freiermuth. He stood his feet like there was no pressure. He wasn't on the run. He set his feet, and he just sailed it to the left. Threw it right to Fuller and not even to Freiermuth. I have no idea what Richardson was doing on that one. That was not me. I just pressed the button. And it goes turnover for the Desperados. We do score a touchdown on the next possession, though. Big field goal. Oh, we must not have went for it or something. I don't know. Let's take control here. It is 3rd and 2. We got Bijan in the game. It's 2-minute warning time. 7-3 in SoFi. Let's see what we can do. We'll give the ball to Seam Divide, excuse me. If I could actually read. This could be Bijan out of the backfield. This could be Devonta Smith. I think it's going to be Devonta. Open, up the field, big first down and more. Good job from Devonta. Down to the 18-yard line. Ooh, under a minute to go. I think I'm actually going to streak Dave Njoku. He's got a good shot of winning this. And I'm going to do the same with Devonta Smith. They've got a good shot of beating their coverage. They didn't do it. It's going to be a hold anyway, and it's not going to matter because I took a sack. Wow, I didn't have anything on that. They got in the backfield super quick. That's kind of annoying. Cole Strange called for the hold. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. 3rd and 14. I'm looking heavy on Bijan here out of the backfield on this Texas route. If I just have the time, and I do. Bijan, big first down. Couldn't get more, but that's a huge play. That was the only guy I ever looked at on that route, or on that entire play. I didn't look at anybody else. Step up in the pocket with Anthony Richardson. Probably shouldn't have done that. I have all my timeouts, but I'm going to run no huddle here. Throw it quickly. It's Devonta Smith. Touchdown. He got judo suplexed into the end zone, but he held on. Touchdown. Big play. Halftime, we're driving down again. Scored another touchdown, 21-3. Oh, we're just asserting our dominance now at this point. Big field goal, 24-3. End of the 3rd quarter's coming. Another field goal, though. The Rams are doing a good job stopping us at the goal line, or stopping us in the red zone, I guess. They are holding us to field goals there. But it's 27-3. We're sitting pretty comfortable. And we got speed on the outside here. Why not just go verticals down the field? We got speed. Speed kills. And just out of the reach of Jalen Waddle. Anthony Richardson, he's got to get better with that touch. He has got to get better. What's going on here? I don't know what that was. He's got to get better with that touch, man. I know that's a tough throw, but he's got to hit. Is that false start or is that encroachment? Of course, they call it on me. Of course. Of freaking course. On 4th down as well. On 4th freaking down, they call that on me. They scored a touchdown. We get the ball. It's 30-10. Victory for the boys. I wasn't super concerned that we would lose that game, but, I mean, there's always that possibility. I mean, I was in control, so there's always a possibility we're going to lose if I'm in control. But we do get the W. We win, what, 13 games now? We have a chance to win 14 if we beat the Jets. Bijan gets another upgrade. Deron Bland's up to a 90 overall. I think with that victory, we just clinched the NFC. We're the 1 seed, right? We are officially the 1 seed. Eagles lost, or Eagles won, but Cowboys lost. The Honolulu Desperados have gone from not making the playoffs in year number 1 to a 9-game win streak and winning the division, and not only winning the division, but having a bye in the 1st round. We have clinched the 1 seed. The turnaround from the boys who are playing so well. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Let's finish off the season with a 10th win in a row. against the bad New York Jets. And we will do it 45-21. Your Honolulu Desperados have finished year number 2 with 14 wins. We will simulate to the actual first playoff game, and we are going to be taking on the San Francisco 49ers in the next episode. In the next episode, we will play the entire postseason. So whether that's one game, which would be the 49ers game, or if we happen to win that game, then we'll play the NFC title game. If we lose that, then that's it. Obviously, if we go on, then we'll play up into the Super Bowl and we'll play that. So we will know what the fate of our team is in the postseason next episode. Whether it's a first-round exit or if it's a Super Bowl championship or anything in between. But before we wrap up the video, we got to take a look at the good old-fashioned stats. So let's take a peek. Anthony Richardson had a much, much, much better year than he did for year 1. And that's just because I didn't throw as many picks with him this year. But 4,500 yards, 37 touchdowns to 17 picks, and a 64% completion percentage. That's nice production from Anthony Richardson year over year. If we take a look at his stats, he had less yards, but he had more touchdowns and significantly less picks. He threw 31 in year 1, and that's a lot due to me, but also due to the simulation. But 17 picks is so much better than 31, so I'm super happy with the way that Anthony Richardson played. More touchdowns, less picks. He's finally getting comfortable with the scheme and with the playbook and all that stuff, so I'm happy to see that progression. And he went up a lot of overalls as well, so that's really, really good. And Bijan Robinson had 1,600 yards, 666 actually, and 20 touchdowns. What a fantastic season. I mean, Bijan's just so good. He's just so good. Richardson also had 468 and 5 touchdowns. Achane had 5 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, 1,000 yards, 1,100 with 6 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. Huge red zone target. And then Puka had 900 yards and 7 touchdowns. And Joko had 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. So Anthony Richardson was just slinging the rock all over the place. He didn't care who he was throwing to. He gave everybody can get a touch. He was Oprah out there giving touchdowns away, giving yards away. Fred Warner led the team with tackles in 115. 108 for Kaiser White. That's why we re-signed him, because he is super consistent. Super good player. I like him. Micah Parsons had 95 tackles, 18 for loss, and 24.5 sacks. Please, please, please tell me that's Defensive Player of the Year, because I know Madden weighs the sack number a lot. That's got to be it. Unless somebody had like 28 or something. That's a huge season from Micah Parsons. 77 from Jalen Thompson. Budda Baker had 76. Sauce had 71. Greg Rousseau had a big season as well. Tackle for loss leader was Brian Bresee. Okay, out of all people, I didn't think it was going to be Bresee. Huge season from him. We know about Parsons. We know about Rousseau. Walker had 6. So did Kellum, the rookie. Love to see that. And then Parsons obviously led the team with 24.5 sacks. 10 for Rousseau. 8 for Kellum. That's a good rookie season. He's not going to win Rookie of the Year, but that's a really good rookie season. Walker had 5. 3.5 for Bresee. 3 for White and Uche. 2 for Fred Warner. Pick was Warner, Adebo, Thompson, Gardner, and Bland, all with 2. And then White, Budda Baker, and Chin had 1. So those are your numbers for for this regular season. Next episode, we will play the postseason. Whether it's 1 game or whether it's 3 games, it will happen. But our man right here, Anthony Richardson, taking that next step. I really hope that after next episode, we see superstar development for Richardson. I'm almost guaranteed we see X Factor for Bijan after the 1,600-yard season he had and 20 touchdowns. It's almost guaranteed he's going to have that. I don't think we're going to see any progression on the offensive line in terms of development traits. I don't think Njoku or Frymuth will get anything. Parsons obviously can't go up because he's X Factor. Rousseau has a good shot of going up to superstar. Kaiser White has a good chance of going up to star. Other than that, maybe Bresee, with his season, he goes up to superstar, but I doubt it. The only other guy that I could see would maybe be Deron Bland, but I doubt it as well. I don't think. So I think guaranteed is Kaiser White and Bijan Robinson. Those are 2 that are pretty much guaranteed to go up to the next tier, which for Bijan would be X Factor, which would be huge. But I think Anthony Richardson has a nice shot, and I think that Bresee has a nice shot, but I doubt that Bresee will go up. Maybe Richardson does. I guess it depends on what he does in the postseason. But that's going to do it for the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. The Honolulu Desperados are playoff bound for the first time in franchise history here in year number 2. Hopefully next episode we can go to the Super Bowl and have a Cinderella type run. Although, I mean, we were the 14-win team, #1 seed, and the favorite pretty much the entire time. So it wouldn't technically be a Cinderella one. But hey, a relocation team in year number 2 of their existence going to the Super Bowl kind of sounds like a Cinderella team to me. But if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.